Hello and welcome to Scrappin Sunday and Happy Easter. My name is Sharon Rogers and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And this is our third week in a row of working on the Autumn to Remember Scrapbooking Workshop Kit from Stampin' Up! This is the third two-page spread, and then next week I'm going to be showing you what we can do with some of the leftovers. So let's get started on our last two-page spread. All right, our fabulous instructions, which I'm going to keep afterwards because it has ideas for layouts in it, says that we will need 4 3x3 photos and 1 4x6 photo. So I have those all ready to go. I learned my lesson from last time. And this packet that we cut last time has everything that we need. Everything's all cut and ready to go. We'll just kind of set some of these things, some of these elements off to the side. We've got our die cuts, our wooden kind of balsa die cuts, and we've got our sticker sheet in here as well. And then of course we've got the card bases, which we're using crushed curry this time, which is a pretty fall color. Now just open it up to layout number 3 right here. Optional, add details to a few of the wood grain die cuts with the Stampin' Right markers as shown. So we're going to identify the die cuts that we need. We need one of these trees because that's right there. We need the wood stump, which is right here. And on the other page, looks like we need another one of those trees and stumps. This is that stump, and this is this stump. And the other tree, oh, I guess it's going to be this one. Looks like there's supposed to be 2 of these. I must have used it on another one by mistake, so we'll just use that one instead. And you can see you have a whole lot more that we can use at another time. I love this Oh Blessed Day one, Grateful, Autumn Days. Really, really some cool ones in here to use on a future autumn spread. All right, so let's take this off. And we can add a little bit of detail. So I'm going to take my old olive marker and take the bullet tip, and we're just going to outline this tree. Add a little green in there. That's good. Do the same thing for the other one, except for I think I'm gonna go with a different color. I'm gonna go with the Cajun Craze. Although this one should probably be crushed curry. I'm not gonna have it be crushed curry because they've used crushed curry on the stumps. All right, that's good. And then bring in our crushed curry. And this is an optional step. I'm just kind of making the rings, coloring in between. All right. We'll do the same thing with this one. All right. All right, assembly. I'm going to put these out of the way. Used crushed curry cardstock for the base page. Attached 3A, 3B, and 3C. Now remember, if you had prepped everything ahead of time, I did not do this, but I will do it in the future videos that I have. When I am cutting things out, I'm going to go ahead and identify right away what my pieces are. So 3A and 3B and 3C. So 3B is a tree piece. And these are both the same. So we're going to need both of them probably for opposite sides. So these are B. And when I look for more threes, I see 3C is this striped paper. Okay, got a couple of those. And 3A, where's 3A? Oh, 3A are these little strips, these 1.5 by 11.5 inch strips right here. All right, so I've got those 3 strips. Let's go back to our directions, and we can see exactly where we're going to be putting them. And it does not say whether it's the light side or the dark side, so I guess we have our choice. I think if I look at these colors, I think I like the light side better. I think the dark's really kind of dark, so we'll use the light side. Use your favorite adhesive. Oh, you know what? I have my other adhesive. This probably goes quicker, more quickly. Looks like we're going to make it so that all the borders over here are the same. Well, the 3 ones. There we go. And we're going to do this one right next to it. You know what? Let's see if these can go, if they fit correctly. Looks like a little bit over. That's all right. Just picked up my mouse for a second, trying to use that as my adhesive. That's not gonna work, is it? There we go. And we're going to do the same but opposite on the other one. So whereas we started on the left for the left spread, we're going to work on the right for the right spread. That's pretty good. Right up there. See, what I should have done is label this 3C or whatever one it is. Oh, you know what? They are a little bit different, I think. Oh, I think they are. No, their size exactly the same. Interesting. All right. All right. attach 3M and 3N. So we'll go back to 3M and 3N. 3M and 3N. All right. 3N is this brown piece. And 3M is the white willow square. Not quite square, a little bit of rectangle. All right. So we're going to see if this is going to go this way. I'll put this so it lines up there. And then this will go on top like that, except for there's a border here. We can attach this whole thing. Oh, I guess I'm actually doing 3D and 3E. They're the same. And maybe a little bit higher. That's good. Since I know that these are symmetric in, you can see they're the same size. Oops, that one's not. This one right here is a little bit different in that I don't think I cut this one properly. This one looks a little bit, this is supposed to fit nicely right on this piece of white willow. So hopefully I haven't cut the white willow incorrectly. Let's go back and see. So 3M. One of these is not quite right. 3M is supposed to be 7 3/4 by 9 1/4. So let's see here. 7. Ooh, I did it. Oh, I did 7 1/4, and that's 9 1/4. Okay, so that means that I need to cut this one down by 1/2 inch, I think, because this one needs to fit nicely on the other one. So this one was supposed to be 9 by 7 1/2. So this piece needs to be 1/4 of an inch, 9 by 7 1/2. 9 needs to be 1/4 of an inch less in the measurements. So this one's going to have to be 7. Now I think it's right. So even if you make a mistake, you can make do. You can fix it. So now we've got a nice border, just like that. Back to the directions. Okay, and so this one's gonna go, and it's gonna go over here to the left like this. There will just be a little bit less of a border between my photos over there. So what I'm going to do to make sure that these are kind of set up right, I put this here so you can see my white piece is a little bit smaller. I'm going to just make sure it's centered in there. All right. I would have recut my white willow piece if I had some white willow, but I don't. So here we go. Do not use adhesive along the top of 3M so other pieces can be tucked behind it. That's here. That's okay. We can tuck some stuff. All right. Attach 3O, 3P, 3Q, and 3R. So those are our photos on white willows. Those are our white willow squares. And our photos go right on those. Now I need to check to make sure that my photos were actually cut to that size, because I did cut them down a bit, which will probably work in our favor here. So I want a little bit less of a border on here, because these photos are not quite 3x3. They are, let me show you, just because of the way I printed them. They are 2 3/4 instead of 3x3. So I'm going to take a quarter off this piece right here, which is 3 1/8. So I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off on both directions. This way, the mistake that we made earlier is not going to be really very noticeable. I love it when things come out nicely. Okay. Get rid of those scraps. I'm going to mount my pictures. Let's mount just the squares, and we can arrange where the pictures go a little bit later, I think. No, you know what? Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. So this is my dog, Mila. Mila's no longer with us. In fact, camp was one of her favorite spots, and she would go, and even when she was not feeling well, she ended up having a large tumor in her colon area, and so going to the bathroom was very difficult for her. And when we took her to camp, we really noticed, like, oh wow, because you know, when you're home you don't necessarily watch as much. You know, I don't watch her when she's outside, but when we were at camp, we would watch her a little bit more, because she didn't have, you know, a collar to stay in the yard. I mean, she was very good. She didn't really wander off anyway, but we saw her really struggling, and we took her to the vet and got the bad news. So, but she loved camp. Camp was one of her favorite spots. The first time we ever took her to camp was not too long after we had gotten her from the shelter, and she was still very, very nervous. You know, the poor thing had come up from a rescue in Georgia, then was adopted out, and then 2 days later brought back because it didn't get along with the other family dog. And then we got her, and so she was just a mess. And the poor thing probably thought we were taking her back somewhere, back to the shelter, and she basically drooled and vomited the whole 3.5-hour ride, and I am not exaggerating. It was awful. Whoops, this one doesn't go on these. This one goes on this one. Because she was really, really a good dog. I'm just gonna see how these go, see how I like them arranged here. Let's see. Need to correct the spacing a little bit because I took some of the size off. So that looks pretty good, you know. Can I move them closer? I'm gonna move them closer together like that. I think that's gonna be good right there. So I'm looking at my sample sheet and seeing that nothing is tucked under here, under any of these photos. My little Mila, I miss her. Camp is not the same without her. It's the one thing she and my son Matthew agreed on. Their love for camp. Now, because Mila wasn't with us the last time we went in the fall, I think that's why we saw a moose and a deer, because they didn't smell, you know, Mila's scent there. So I think they felt it was a little bit safer. So then we've got some journaling pieces here. This will go on here and here. And then we need some stickers. So let's get out our stickers here. We got this. Got some other pieces in here too. All right. So looks like we've got the happy day. Oh, you know what? I love where this goes. This is going to go right here, and it goes very nicely with that moose. Now, it does say attach the photos. We did dovetail and attach 3S, 3T, and 3U. So that's these guys right here. So dovetail, I call it flagging. Call it whatever you'd like. So I'm just going to cut up a little bit and cut over. Okay, so there's one dovetail. It's a little off center. I guess I didn't quite catch the center very well. I can fix that. Here we go, that's better. And I'm gonna put my trees so they go this way. That wasn't a very straight cut. There we go. And then we've got, go off the top of these trees. All right. So these are the pieces that are going to get stuck back here a bit. So we're going to just do that. It's going to be the highest one. And then put in this one, because I can see it overlaps the brown a bit, but it's underneath the green. I have to lift this up just a little bit and stick it just a little bit. I didn't read the directions thoroughly. I didn't read that I shouldn't have put adhesive up there on the top yet. All right, something like that. I'll take this little "Oh Happy Day" sticker right there. I'm gonna put this right here. And then we're gonna get out our wood cuts. Oh, I forgot that there's grateful. That was a wood cut. Let's try to be very careful on how we take this out. There we go. And we're going to adhere this with some little glue dots. Again, I'm going to just use some extra ones that I have left over from Paper Pumpkin. These dots are a little bit larger. Larger, so I might have to fold over some of the glue dots to make them fit on the different areas. But I'm really just trying to find the wide areas to put them in. Okay, take these little pieces off. If I have a glue dot stuck on me, I don't know where it's from. Oh, it's right from there. Perfect. And that's gonna go right down here. And there were some little hearts that I hadn't noticed before. Little hearts go here, and there's another little heart somewhere. All right. So let's do some more glue dots. And one more. Okay. So there is that page. These hearts do have a little bit of Cajun craze on them, I think. Just around here. What? I'm going to put it around both. I'm going to outline the whole heart. There we go. We could do similar things. We could just do a little bit of accents around some of the letters. All right, just for a little fun. So this one is done. Let's go back to the other one that we should have been working on first, probably. We're going to attach 3D and 3E, which we did already. Attach 3F. 3F is our photo mat. Let's find that other one right here. And then the photo, of course, is going to go on it as well. So we might as well just do the photo onto the mat. So this was not, a better shot would have been me in the chair, but it is such a beautiful overlook. The chair has seen better days. It looks fine in this photo, but it's just so peaceful to just sit in that chair, see that view, read, relax. It's really stupendous. So that's gonna go there. All right, and then we've got to flag some more. Oh, we've got this thing right here. It goes over the top of my picture. If I want it to. Let's see how it looks. I don't want it to obstruct my view. Oh, but it does go nicely in the treetops. That'll be fine. So let's go ahead and, you know what? This will be easier with blue dots. This goes right at the top. Beautiful. And then we need to flag these. So this time we're using this side. Okay, so there's one flag, and then we want the green one. And then we want the tree one. So we'll do the tops of the trees. Okay. And then we want a sticker. Now, last time I used something different. I used the in all things give thanks. And now I don't have that anymore. And I don't really have, like, grateful for this moment together. The reason why I didn't use it before was because there weren't any people, weren't people in this thing. So we're gonna have to make a little bit of a change here. Forget that when you change one thing, it kind of affects everything, doesn't it? So we've got something that's gonna look like this, and we need to put something over that. Enjoying the last days of, oh, you know what? I wonder if I can put I'm gonna put enjoying the last days of summer. But I'm gonna put on this. Ooh, doesn't quite fit. Let's see if we got another one. Last days. Maybe I could just do this one. Let's see how this one works. Is it the same issue? Yeah, you know what? can just see a little word peeking out there, and especially if I were to do this. But I have a plan. I'm going to use this little circle. Nope, not going to use that little circle. Let's see what we're going to do to make this work. I'm sure that we can find something over here, maybe a heart. Let's see what else I have to use here. I don't see that I use any hearts anywhere, so I could use another heart. Oh, there's a little one here. I could put the little heart. I don't want the teeny tiny heart. By the way, I couldn't find the teeny tiny heart on the last one. I was supposed to use a teeny tiny heart, and I didn't. You know what? We're gonna do this. This looks and works great. I made it work. I got creative. So we're just covering that up right there. There we go. And again, I'm going to bring in my Cajun Craze marker. And we'll just color that heart. I think I'm going to color it all in, actually. There we go. All right, so we've made that work. And then we've got a couple other die cuts in here to use. So there's this one, and that one gets the little leaf in there. Where'd you go? Oh, that's what I didn't put on the other one. I should go put those back on. We'll finish it in a second. That's why it's nice to have all my pieces out. I know if I have anything left over, I missed something. Okay, so we're going to put this right here. I should have put this on first. Put that right there. And then the other circle is gonna go right here. And then we've got a couple of the word stickers in here that I could use any of them. They use grateful heart and give thanks. I wouldn't say the leaves are turning because they've already turned. I'm going to do grateful heart. But then I'm going to do more than words because I think that's beautiful too. Grateful heart. I have more words in my heart than I can ever express for this place. And then we're just going to put the little wood piece on, and this page will be done. I can get another glue dot here. All right. Up, and then we've got one more under here. That's this little piece right here. That's a good piece for journaling. I'm going to write something like, "There's no better view," or "the most perfect spot to sit." Let's get my Stampin' White marker out, my black one. There's no better place to sit. And that is true. Okay, if I come back over here, we're going to write in some, I'm not sure what I'm going to journal yet, so I'm just going to wait on that. You know what? There were no other trees that I needed. I am done. I'm done. You know, with the exception of, remember I found this little heart because it was in the center of another die cut. I'm gonna bring this in here. Because I like threes. No, we're just gonna, there we go. All right. And here is our 2-page spread. And that's a wrap. So don't forget to join me next week as I show you what we can do with some of the leftovers. And if you would like to do some pages along with me next month, I will be using the Everyday You and Me Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. This is on the last chance list, so order it now because it's only while supplies last. And besides, if you want to do it along with me, starting the first Sunday in May, then you'll need to order it soon so you can have it in time. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead.